come together.
Georgia has won.
We will rise. We will fight. And we will win.
College football returns Saturday, September 3rd to ESPN.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
That's right. Hello and welcome in. Sorry guys, I was adjusting my headset. But yeah, you're listening to the most bonkers show to reach your earways. That's right, you're listening to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. And I'm your one and only host. Psych, we got two others, but I'm your host, Captain Cool. Psych, we got two others, but I'm your host, Captain Cool. I guess I'm gonna do the music for. All right. We'll figure out that later. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, make sure you guys find us online at the blitzsportsradio.com. There it is. Sportsradio.com. Could have warned me. There it is. And on Facebook at the Blitz Sports Radio, and on Twitter at the Blitz_sports. And if you're not already following us on Twitch and YouTube, make sure you go to WZZN TV, and yeah, you'll get to see our beautiful faces on live screen television. No, it's not television, but it's something close to it. And we're going to be talking about more than just sports talk. And if you want to join in on any of the conversations today, just call us at 256-576-4977. And you're hanging with the chillest crew in sports radio. And to my left, drum roll please, the Bandi Man. Yes. Welcome in, Bandi. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today, Captain Cool. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good as well. I didn't expect the show to start so fast, but I was focused on the news and the stories because we got some crazy stuff to go over today, and I'm excited to talk about it on this beautiful hump day in the Blitz studio.
I am too, and honestly, the 2 o'clock comes at you fast when you're in the studio prepping.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 1 minute you'll be looking at a story, making sure you got all the facts straight, and then next up, 10 minutes away for showtime.
Yeah, and then 1 second you're playing darts on the board like I am all the time, where you get caught up in a story about a bunch of monkeys terrorizing a town in Japan.
Oh my gosh.
That's all stuff we're going to have to talk about later, but behind the glass, making sure we stay on the airwaves, are always reliable, Smokey my concho.
Smokey! Honcho's the name and Smokey's the game. There we go.
We're
working on levels right now. We're trying to make sure that everything sounds good on the interwebs out on the streaming world.
Totally fine.
So, yeah, Yorkie, that's the problem. That's what we're trying to work on here. Old Smokey and the Chad. Let's try to take care of business right here. Anyway, hold on. I need to do you proper there.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness!
It's Captain Cool! Someone lose a grenade. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I was wanting. I love it. And, I think about it every night. So, it's in my head. So I wanted to come and I want to be introduced properly. Thank you very much, Smokey. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, senor. Anyway, it's a hump day.
Yeah?
No camel.
No, I heard it about 1,000 times today. My dad was saying it.
I don't want the camel. You know why I don't want the camel?
Mug.
I hate that camel.
Hump day.
No camel. No camel, please. No, thank you. Not one iota.
Yeah.
But today is going to be a glorious day right here, as we got some wonderful talk coming your way.
Yeah.
As we're going to discuss some television deals. We're going to have a little play-by-play. We're going to have a little bit of hog talk with Otis Kirk of Hogville.net.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, we finally are able to talk hogs as we're making our way around the world of the SEC, and Arkansas is the next stop. Fayetteville is where we go, and we're going to see exactly what the mood is in Fayetteville. And I think it's going to be pretty positive since Sam Pittman has, overachieved the last 2 years.
Oh, for sure.
Anyway, you could follow us on Twitter. I'm at Rose Scholar. Captain Cool is at CPT Cool 420. The Bandi Man is at B Lowry 2016. You could tweet at us any time of the day, as we all have lives outside the radio station, like Apex and all that stuff, but we'll discuss some Apex, and I am sounding a little bit scratchy, and we'll try and get that fixed and taken care of right there. Hot.
We'll get you a mic in there ASAP. We just need to start doing it.
Second
priority.
Duct tape and paper clips are always always the best things to use. MacGyver right here, man.
Might need something a little bit more than that, but hopefully we can get it
Anyway,
soon.
Captain Cool, let the people know how they can follow the Blitz and the Zone, and where they can watch all the stream, or where they can watch the stream at any time.
I don't blame you for not hearing me when I do the intro and I bring in all that stuff, because I cover all of it. But if you guys want to make sure you're listening to us on the streams, go to theblitzsportsradio.com, go to our Facebook at the Blitz Sports Radio, and on Twitter at the Blitz_sports, and also on YouTube and Twitch. You can find us at WZZN TV for live footage of our beautiful faces. And that's that. Just so you guys, if you guys forgot, because I know Smokey sometimes forgets.
Smokey's trying to make sure that we're exactly. Sounding good out on the air, and it's always the first 2 minutes that is probably the most hectic of my 2-hour thrill ride, or the 2-hour thrill ride that we go through each and every Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
it's almost like Sex Panther. It works 60% of the time, every time.
Yep.
Anyway, what's on the docket today, Captain Cool? What are we leading off with?
Well, I really want to talk about this SmackDown I just saw to my right on the Little League World championship thing going on right now. It's something that comes all the time, and you never know when it's here until it's here, and you see it on TV. And we just saw Massachusetts just put a clobbering on what was the team they were playing?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, yeah. It was 11-0. I think it was the fifth inning maybe. And these Massachusetts kids, they looked like they were adults, and they were hitting everything that the New Hampshire team was throwing at them.
I felt bad. They got run. They got, mercy ruled.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't really a contest. But what's crazy is that same Massachusetts team got destroyed by a Maine team. I didn't even touch my mic. It just lowered on its own. I'm going to have to kind of go with it. But they got destroyed by a Maine team 10-4 just the game before.
I don't know.
And now we got to put that same Maine team in the final.
Yeah, those the kids must be huge in Maine, but that Massachusetts team was putting a clobbering on that New Hampshire team. And then whenever we started looking at it, first off, I just came in the studio and I looked to my right, and these kids, they looked a lot more adult than the other ones. But the amount of weird things that happened in the span of like 2 minutes. So a guy hits the ball, and it hits the fence, and we thought it was going to go over, but it goes inside of the fence logo, like they had the sponsorship, I think it was Topps, little sponsorship right out there, and it goes into the banner, and, he has to go to second base. So it's not a home run, it's nothing, pretty much. But it was a hard hit. The next play, a kid hits it, and it gets stuck in the fence. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, what is going on? Every single kid for this Massachusetts team was destroying the ball. And they were finding ways to get it stuck in the fence, all types of ways. I mean, I don't know what else you could do to get it stuck in the fence unless you get it stuck, like, directly in the middle of it. But they were finding all types of ways to make this team look like a joke.
Yeah, but now we got, looks like the Northwest Regional is on right now, Idaho and Oregon.
Yeah. Who do you got on that one?
I have no clue.
I have no clue either. I'm going to say Oregon just because... yeah, it's Oregon. You never know what to expect. Oregon usually develops great baseball players. Is that check my facts, Smokey? He's not going to listen to me. It's all right. We're just talking to ourselves. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to say the least. But then I wanted to talk a little bit more about. I know there's been a meme going around. I don't know if you've seen it, Bandi. Did you see the whole thing about Aiden Hutchinson going straight? Remember the Titans on the Hard Knocks premiere, and he was just singing Billie Jean. And in front of his teammates, and I thought it was hilarious. It really reminded me of Remember the Titans. I was like, all the guys singing.
How does that remind you of Remember the
Dude,
Titans?
the team coming together, singing a little bit of Kumbaya, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but not Billie Jean, though.
Yeah, but Billie Jean...
I mean, they're not going around here going, we are the Titans.
But still, this is like such a team bonding thing.
Damn, I pulled that bass out pretty well right
You
there.
really did. I was impressed.
We gotta hit that. We gotta be a group, a duet. Yeah, we'll all be singing.
Oh my God,
Trio.
a group duet.
No, Bandi, you have not sung anything on this yet.
You don't want me to.
I know. No, I do want to hear you, because then we'll all just join in it. Then we'll really be the trio that we've been wanting to be. Maybe like the Three Blind Mice or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, no, the Aiden Hutchinson was pretty funny. I scrolled past it a few times. I didn't really know what to think about it. I was just like, there's a lot of teams doing a lot of weird things this offseason. If you saw, I forgot if it was, which team was it? They were like, I think it might have been the Texans, but everybody was dancing. Like, they were dropping it low on the practice field. I was like, what is going on? I don't think it was the Texans. It wasn't the best team. It was a crappy team going on. But it was quite weird to see. And the caption was like, so this is why this team's not winning games. I was like, there is a lot of weird stuff going on. But
Did you have to watch the episode of Hard Knocks?
I did not. The last episode of Hard Knocks I watched, I believe, was the Cleveland Browns, whenever they were doing them back in...
Of course it was the Cleveland Browns.
Of course. It was the first season of Hard Knocks, I believe, and that was when Brandon Weeden was the Brandon Weeden was the quarterback, and they played against the Cowboys and got destroyed. So, yeah, that was the last time I watched it.
Dude, I'll never forget. What's actually... Smokey, you watch a lot of Hard Knocks too, right?
Here and there. I mean, if I have HBO, I will watch it.
Do you have a favorite moment from Hard Knocks?
You know what? Rex Ryan's Jets was a great season. I got to go with the Rex Ryan Jets.
Understandable. I like the Browns coach, because that was, again, the only season I watched. Whenever he's saying, "Hut," and his belly moved.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hut. Yeah, he was released after that year. But no, I haven't watched too much Hard Knocks. But whenever it's a team I'm a little interested in, which there's not a lot of crappy teams that I'm interested in except for the Browns, I will give it a watch. But not going to watch the Jets. Definitely not going to watch the Lions. So, but I might check in for the memes.
What's wrong? I mean, it's all about entertainment. And, Dan Campbell is entertaining.
Last time, I don't even know. I think the Texans had it the other year. I don't even know. But the Jets, last time I liked the Jets was Mark Sanchez. And we all know what happened with him. Butt fumble.
Sanchez.
He butt fumbled himself out of the league. And then the last time I liked the Lions was never, because I hate the Lions. And they beat the Browns that one preseason game. Was it a preseason game? It might have been during the regular season, but it was where Matthew Stafford almost broke his finger, and he left the game, and then he came back and he beat the Browns. I was just like, from this point on, Lions, one of my least favorite teams. So, yeah, that's what happens.
I know. What was the season where was it? I'm trying to think of the season that had Shannon Sharp on it. That's my favorite season of Hard Knocks.
You gotta remember the team.
I can't remember the team. If it was the Broncos or the Ravens. But
I believe it was the Ravens, because I don't think the Broncos have done Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Okay, because there was a moment where one of the rookies impersonated Shannon Sharp, and it was spot on.
It's pretty funny.
Well, It was Shannon Sharp in 2001 with the Ravens, as it was the very first season of Hard Knocks.
Oh, so Hard Knocks goes all the way back to that time.
To 2001.
Wow. I thought the Browns one was like, maybe it was because the Browns are just my team.
Ravens were 01, then they went Cowboys 02, took a break, and then in 07 came back with Chiefs, Cowboys, Bengals, Jets. And then they did a decade of NFL training camps for Hard Knocks in 2011. And then as we go with the teams right now, in 12 and consecutive years, Dolphins, Bengals, Falcons, Texans, Rams, Bucks, Cleveland Browns in 2018, Raiders, both LA teams in 2020, Cowboys last year, then the Colts with the midseason Hard Knocks last year, which the ending was Wheatwall. When you end the season with the loss to the Jaguars and missing the playoffs, that's not a pretty thing. Ouch. And I guess that's probably why Carson Wentz got canned, too. But this year we got the Lions, and then midseason we've got the Cardinals. We get to see if Kyler Murray's actually studying.
I'm trying to think, because I'm looking back at this. It might have not. Was it the Hard Knocks for the Browns that I watched, or was it something else? Because I remember Brandon Weeden being in it.
So it might have been the Cowboys.
No, it wasn't the Cowboys. It wasn't when he was on the Cowboys. But it was. They did play the Cowboys in that one of the episodes of that. But I don't remember if it was Hard Knocks or not, because I thought it was a little bit. I thought it was before, or like right when they got the new jerseys. What? I'm so lost. Maybe my time is just off. I don't think it is.
No. Brandon Weeden was in the Browns Hard Knocks.
He was?
Along with one T.J. Yates.
Huh. Because I don't know. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm seeing a lot of weird stuff.
Captain Cool, you prepared a little too hard coming into this episode, of the Blitz.
But
today.
it says that they didn't have Brandon Weeden back in 2018. That's what's weird. I'm lost with that, but whatever. We can go back to that later whenever I figure out exactly what happened, because I don't even remember if it was a Hard Knocks show. It was something along the lines, because it was the off season going into the preseason and all that stuff. So it must have been. I'm all over the place. There's a lot of stuff that's happened in my life. There's a lot of hard hits I've taken to the head, hard knocks I've taken to the head, in football and all that stuff. So some of my stuff might just be not real. So
Tay Taylor mess you up there, man?
Who? Oh, yeah, Alante Taylor, yeah. Yeah, he hits hard. I want to tell you guys that much. But, yeah, well, we got a lot of stuff coming up on this show. I'm looking forward to it. I want to talk about some monkeys later. We finally got an interesting story for the cool segment.
Monkeys. Are we talking monkeypox?
It's not. We're not talking monkeypox.
Why are we talking monkeypox?
Because it's something even scarier than monkeypox.
Is it like the movie Congo?
Is it like Planet of the Apes?
Closer to Planet of the Apes, yes. And then I got some Frank Gore stuff to talk about. Yeah, he's back in the news. And then I wanted to finish off some Cleveland Browns drama that's just continued to escalate. And, yeah, I can't wait to get into that stuff. Bandi, man, what are you thinking about today?
You know what? I'm kind of looking forward to, because we got some breaking news in the Valorant world.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also an update on the Rocket League World Championships going on, and actually a special way you can view it.
Excited to see what's going on with that. Smokey, how did it go last night?
Well, DF3, I was starting to work on my golf contest, but we'll go to the history of the DF3 yesterday. Let's see, where do I go here? All right. We go to that right there.
Idaho is already leading Oregon. We're
Ohtani was rocking and rolling as the pitcher last night.
Of course he was.
Let's just put that way. Arenado with a 9.
Okay.
Which isn't too bad.
Average.
And then Goldschmidt not too hot with only a walk, which means 2 points. But I picked the wrong team. You know why?
Why?
Colorado won 16-5 over St. Louis.
Jeez.
I should have had a Rocky. I should have picked 2 Rockies.
Wow. Yeah. Your whole team, your whole lineup should have been the Rocky.
Yeah, I know, right? It was
the pitcher.
Except for this Ruiz, the catcher for the Nats, who ended up with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a 34-pointer that I had in my lineup, which I should have.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
But
going
anyway,
for
the
today.
DF3 today will, like I said, I was working on my golf play. The DF3 will be the golf play because we have the St. Jude Championship this upcoming weekend. Memphis is always a fun time to watch the PGA, even though there is a little bit of drama still with the Live Tour and the PGA as they are in legal matters, and we will discuss that a little bit later on in said program.
I'm looking forward to it. A lot of drama. I love the drama, everybody. This is like
You always love the drama.
obviously it makes for the spiciest stories, and I love to bring the spicy stories to the people.
I'll give you something spicy.
What's up?
Well, we've got Captain Yorkie Captain Yorkie 44 on Twitter asking us if we played Apex. Yeah, and have we gotten into the Apex Legends, the new season? I got to say, the wife busted my balls last night
Yeah.
about entertaining. Yes, we are streaming, so I can say that.
Didn't
Stream
question
only,
it.
no terrestrial. But, yeah, she busted my balls big time. She's like, I need entertainment that isn't of the sports or gaming variety.
Boo.
So I put it on Netflix, and they have the new season of Iron Chef, and we're both big Iron Chef people, and we like to do other things while watching Iron Chef. So
Like cooking?
yeah, cooking too. But they're they had some amazing dishes last night as we watched 3 episodes of the new Iron Chef, which still has good old Mark Dacascos and his the
Yeah, I know.
kung fu face that he has, the over the top.
Yeah, I see him right there. If you guys could see the face I was making. Oh, there is the... Yep. He goes like with holding the apple. He's got the face. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's
A la cuisine. But they also had Keyshawn and Vernon Davis do guest appearances on the new season and have them be sous chefs for the main chefs that were going on right there.
That's pretty funny.
That's cool.
Keyshawn has his own restaurant that he's highly involved in, apparently. I didn't even realize that until last night.
You learned something new.
What'd you get into last night, Mr. Cool?
So I was able to make it back to my home in Winchester, Tennessee, and I decided to hang out with one of my buddies and play NHL hockey after my workout. Yeah, we got to play 3 games. We were the Tennessee Mutts, and we destroyed everybody that we played, and I just got to get prepared for this tournament that's coming up that you guys peer pressured me into, and I'm kind of looking forward to it, kind of not, because I feel like I'm going to get destroyed. But I have to have a positive outlook on this, so I'm not going to think that way, and I think I'm going to do wonderful.
And by that tournament, you're talking about the Honda Fan Cup that we were promoting a couple of weeks ago through Game Pass because Honda teamed up with Game Pass and if you signed up, you get, Apex and, it's not Apex, is it? It's Forza 5 and NHL 22.
Yep.
That you could play some tournaments in and all that. And anyway, Bandyman, did you end up playing any of the Apex last night?
I sadly did not. I do have it installed.
Sorry,
ready to
Yorkie.
go.
Sorry, Yorkie. You're 0-3.
So I am going to get to it relatively soon. I kind of got caught up in a creepy game I was playing, really good story, and multiverses.
Yeah, multiverse is good always.
Me and my friend found a really deadly combination of Velma and Taz
Oh my gosh.
and proceeded to go 10-0
Oh jeez.
online.
Oh.
It's gross.
Yeah, don't tell anybody how you do it. You don't want to tell people your secrets, but
Is it a woo?
it couldn't have been as bad as the Jake and Velma combination because that was just terrible.
Yeah, oh,
I
that's
can't believe
way,
they let
that's
that
way
fly.
worse.
It's terrible. And then the horror game you're talking about. I was watching that the other day with you. It was pretty awesome, pretty interesting story. So we're having a lot of fun. I have not even downloaded Apex yet, but I know whenever I do, it's gonna be like, sorry, you need to install this on your internal hard drive, and I don't have enough space for that. But yeah.
Well, you hadn't been home for a minute. Nope. I mean, you've been out at, you living in Winchester. It's a drive sometimes from there to Hunts Vegas. So, yeah.
I haven't even been able to play Halo Infinite. I don't even know what's going on in the shop.
That might be for the better.
Anyway,
I needed a break.
Anyway, we're going to pay some bills and take a quick commercial break. When we get back, it's E-Play-by-Play with the Bandi Man. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve. And we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding a solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, "If you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself."
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve. And we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
And welcome back to the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network. I am your host, the Bandi Man, a.k.a. Bailey Lowry, joined by Captain Cool on my right, John Abraham. Yo. And our always reliable producer, Smokey Mike Huncho. Smokey! If you want to join the show, you can call in at 256-576-4977, and you can follow us on Twitter at @theblitz_sports and Facebook at the Blitz Sports Radio. You can follow me at blowry2016, Captain Cool at CPT Cool 420, which he still claims is his birthday.
It is.
And Mike Huncho at Rose Scholar. But we got some good news in the esports world with a little Rocket League World Championship update. And Riot has actually closed down ranked queue right now on Valorant. That's all coming up here on E Play-by-Play.
Time to catch up on esports with E Play-by-Play with the Bandi Man.
So just a quick update. We are on to the second group stage of the Rocket League World Championship, but the update from yesterday, Moist Esports came out on top against Space Station Gaming as the last match of Group A, going 4-2.
Moist.
Moist
Go,
Esports.
love Moist.
Let's go, Moist.
Now, Group B started today at 11 a.m. FaZe Clan took the win over the club 4-2. G2 Esports in the second game right after took the win over Optic Gaming 4-0, completely sweeped them. One game going into overtime, but G2 came out on top 1-0. And going on right now, we are currently in game one of Furia versus Carmine Corps, which Carmine Corps coming out of the wildcard stage. Oh my goodness, what a team to watch. But currently 0-0. Game one is tied right now, 1-1.
All right. Very nice. And also our Idaho versus Oregon showdown still 1-0, and it's the top of the second.
Now moving on to a little bit of Valorant news. So currently they have shut down competitive queue temporarily due to a no-flash game-breaking bug. So if anyone has played Valorant for, I'll say, roughly 20 minutes, they have been flashed. It is inevitable. Flash abilities in that game are everywhere. Many of the meta champions have them, including Phoenix, Yoru, KO, Breach, Sky. Oh my goodness, Sky's flashes. But essentially act like a flashbang in Call of Duty.
Okay.
Completely blind your screen. You can't see anything and a loud ringing in your ears. But there is currently a bug right now where that won't happen. Where if you get hit by any of those abilities, you won't be flashed.
Good. This is good for the game. Or is it?
This is good for the game where abilities don't work properly. But the flash effect can currently, it can actually be currently turned off via a setting in the game's menus. But the competitive queue is going to remain disabled because there's currently an exploit where you can currently turn off that flash effect for casual queue.
Oh.
It'll be a little more subtle, but it's for more photosensitive players.
Yeah, you don't want to be. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I wanted to add on to what you're saying, but you know how you like chilling out playing games in your dark room, and then you just get that flashbang, and it just like lights up the whole universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to help it so people who like get who eyes hurt from really quick flashes of light. It's to help them out and still be able to enjoy the game.
Mm-hmm.
But there's currently an exploit with that setting that just disables the effect completely. So now competitive queue is disabled because people will obviously exploit it to gain rank. You may say, oh, I won't be one of those people, but let's be real. You're teetering on the edge of promotion. You don't trust your teammates. I got to take this into my hands myself. I'm going to use the bug. I want to hit diamond.
That's true.
But no, you can't do that right now until that bug gets fixed.
Yep.
And a little retirement news in the League of Legends world. Personally, one of my favorite players in the LCS, TSM's star top laner, Huni, has retired. He decided to retire from professional League of Legends after an incredible 7.5-year career, TSM has announced today. They said in a tweet, a stalwart of the top lane, a legend across 3 regions, a champion, you've had a hell of a career. In the name of the entire League of Legends esports scene, thank you for everything, Huni.
Thanks, Huni.
I mean, this is a guy who came over. He actually came over from Korea to America pretty early on in his career and thrived. And this has just been... He is what I like to call a meta definer. whatever he plays in the top lane will usually gets sent over into casual queue, and for better or for worse, it's affected ranked. But all in all, one of my favorite players to watch in the LCS, Hooney. Like TSM said, you had a hell of a career, but he's going to be moving on to actually coaching, being a mentor for TSM and their academy players, which is kind of like the academy is kind of like their minor leagues. Kind of get them in some games and then be able to step up onto the main roster when they get called up when the time arises.
Pretty cool.
But he ends his time as a pro with 3 appearances at the World Championship, a 2017 midseason invitational trophy with T1, and regional trophies in both the LCK, which is the Korean, and the LEC, which is the European Championship. He was also part of Team Fnatic that achieved the only 18-0 season in the league's history, as they went on to win back-to-back championships in Europe in 2015. For the future, he said that he'll be working in the esports industry, although he didn't specify in what capacity. He's marked as a retired player in the global contract database, and his contract is set to expire a day after Worlds 2022 ends.
It's a good story. That's good for him. I'm glad he's staying in the sport. I'm glad he's doing what he loves. And, you know, he did have a good season, or he had a good career, so it's always good to walk away. Even when you're young, you got a lot left to do, and you got a lot of money, and you can just keep teaching kids how to play video games.
All right, so Apex Legends. We're going to talk about this a little bit. It had both a good and a bad launch.
Okay.
And now the bad is for Season 14, I mean. Now, the bad is not necessarily, like, destructive. They had some server stutters when they were trying to update the game into Season 14 on Origin, and there was a bug that switched character abilities between teammates. And some split opinions on Vantage, as well as some changes to Ranked and King's Canyon. But overall, a lot of players are supporting the Season 14 update, and it's been received generally very positively. And that has shown not only on Twitter, but on the player count numbers. So Apex Legends has hit a new all-time peak player count on Steam after the Season 14 launch. Over 500,000 concurrent players for the first time ever. Wow. Steam only.
Jeez.
This is not counting Origins numbers on PC. This is not counting console. This is just on Steam. That is incredible.
Yeah, it almost was 500,003 because we were about to play, but we didn't.
Yeah, we could have been a part of that 500,000 at the time, but I don't know. I have to check the platform a little later on today and see how much it's actually currently trending. But the new season launch was the first time the game has surpassed 500,000 players at the same time on the platform, a massive achievement for any game, and there are only 2 games sitting above Steam. Yep, currently. This is actually currently right now. I've got the main chart in front of me right now. 200,000 people are currently playing Apex on Steam only.
Wow.
Only 2 games sit above them, and that is Dota 2 and Counter-Strike. And Counter-Strike is never going away from that top spot. As much as we want it to, it is always going to be a fight for number 2. And honestly, Apex taking back the 3rd spot over games like PUBG,
I know,
Ark.
Surprised Fortnite was
I
up
haven't
there.
done any PUBG, but I've seen several people majorly into PUBG.
Yeah.
Granted, AJ Styles, a famous professional wrestler, would be one of them. Actually, one of them. He's one of those that does up, up, down, down with Austin Creed, or known as in WWE Xavier Woods. But it's one of those, like, I get more of FPS set up with a good bit of wrestlers because that's what the majority of them play is FPS. PUBG, I've seen Styles play it a few times, but it just didn't interest me like Apex did.
Yeah, it doesn't have the pizzazz, I guess, that other big battle royale games have. But I mean, you know, it has a very dedicated fan base.
Yes, it does.
It does.
If you're playing it, like, you're in deep, or you're just trying it out. There's no in between. You're never just like barely hopping on because you got other options like Apex, Fortnite, Warzone, all that.
And honestly, PUBG just it just looks a little rougher. than a lot of the other battle royales out there, especially with what they've announced. It's like we're constantly updating the game, and now the mobile version looks better than the PC version, which should never be the case.
There is a lot in that game, so I can understand why, but yeah, I mean, and it's a little aged now. It's older than Fortnite, okay, but still, like it's kind of needs something to either overhaul or maybe even like a second title to come out to where people can see the change that is video games in time, because it does look like just a normal mobile game, on PC, and then on the mobile, it just looks like a PC game.
Yeah, and honestly, that's really all PUBG needs is just a visual overhaul, because the numbers are still here. 195,000 people are currently playing it right now.
And I mean, they try to do some of that pizzazz. They try to sprinkle in some fun stuff, like some cool skins, some interesting vehicle skins and all that stuff. A bunch of new maps. They have a bunch of new maps you can go back and forth from. They never just take them out for real. They just leave them all in, and you can play through all of them. So it's a packed game.
Yeah, but that could be the kind of charm of it, too. Maybe that's why a lot of people like it, is because it does look a little rough around the edges, and they like that kind of art style.
And it's more the realistic, boots-on-the-ground type thing. So I get the niche. But I'm not a part of it, sadly. I got a buddy that keeps sending me invites, though. No. It's not Bandi. It's a buddy at home.
Definitely not me. I've never played PUBG. But the big story I want to get into today, and this is going to be a game changer for if you're a League of Legends player and moving into the future of competitive. Riot is now experimenting with items, meta champions, potential pets, and 2023 changes to League's jungle position. They're making effort to lessen the barrier for entry for prospective junglers. Now, the jungle is one of the tougher roles in the game, even though a lot of people will say it's a lot of easy. It already is an easy role, because you don't have to deal with another person most of the time.
Yeah.
In the jungle, you're farming camps, and all your 4 other teammates are in lanes dealing with 4 other members of their team.
Okay.
The other team has their own jungler doing their own thing. But you can farm up, level up relatively safely instead of having to deal with another person all the time.
Okay.
But now they're going to be making changes to make the jungle a little more easier and a little less barrier, and lessen the barrier for entry. And now they said specifically, this is what gets me, the goal here is absolutely not to dumb down the jungle or remove the ability to show off your jungle knowledge, but to make sure that the jungle is complex in the right places. The jungle's not complex.
Maybe it is to them. It didn't.
I don't play League very much.
No.
I'm like silver.
Yeah.
But the jungle's not that complicated.
So
it's not that complicated to figure out, but they're going to introduce something called pets, and they are going to follow you around and assist you in clearing camps and claiming neutral objectives. That's the big one. Neutral objectives give passive buffs to your team, like more damage, more health, a bigger, like you can get a shield from it. You get a lot of passive abilities. If these pets can help you claim these objectives, which means they help you in ways more so than the other team, because these pets, from what they say here, can level up with you. So if you have a higher level pet than the other team's jungler, you already have a distinct advantage.
Okay.
I don't see that going well in competitive.
So is the pet something you have to buy with microtransactions, or are they just putting it in there, just adding it next to you?
It's just in the game. It's going to be for both teams. I mean, both junglers, everything.
So does each? I know you might not know all this because this is some new stuff. Does each jungler character, do they have different pets, or how does that work?
Now that hasn't been revealed yet.
Okay.
But there is a screenshot of these pets, and they look kind of like spirits in a way.
Yeah.
Like
familiars.
Yeah, they got one that's kind of like following you around. It's like a small wolf pup, and then when you level up later on in the game, it kind of turns into like a spirit.
Okay.
Like enveloping you.
It's pretty cool. It's like one of those smartphone knockoff Pokemon games. Oh, okay. So that's what Bandyman just showed me was totally different from what I was thinking. But yeah, that it actually does form a kind of a wall around your character that is in the shape of the animal or spirit that you have as a pet. So that is interesting. That thing was quite clunky on the screen. There's a lot going on there.
But they're saying they don't want to dumb down the jungle, and then they introduce something that dumbs down the jungle.
Yeah. But
it's just a very common trend with Riot and League's balance team, and streamer Tyler one of the most well-known out there, has made it evidently clear how much he dislikes the League balance team. And it's going to be stuff like this. That just kind of reinforces that. But quick final story. So Fortnite. Ooh. I never thought I would have to talk about this game, but they are going to host a interactive Rocket League World Championship gameplay experience.
What?
So because Epic Games both owns Fortnite and Rocket League, they've announced that they will host an in-game interactive gameplay experience for the RLWC. So it'll be like a setup where you can watch the championships within Fortnite.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
And if you link your Rocket League competitive data with data devices on the live island, you will see gameplay on the island for your team. And if a team scores, like lights will light up around. It's kind of like what they do when they had like the Travis Scott concert experience.
Yeah, or Ariana Grande stuff. I kind of like that. How they're very social with their community, and the amount of stuff they do in Fortnite, I gotta applaud them for it. I don't care for the building. I don't care for a lot of the skins and stuff like that. But they are doing a lot of crazy stuff that you can't find anywhere else. I mean, try seeing that in Halo Infinite. No, that live service, that's the opposite of live service. That's dead service.
Now see what's going to be fun. They took building out of Fortnite.
Did they? I've seen videos, though. Is there like a different mode where you can still have building? Because I saw that they took it out, but then I still see gameplay of like people playing as John Cena, and I know he's a new skin, and they're building all over the place, and then he just shows up behind a person, and they don't see him because, it's a broken skin because he's invincible.
It might be a new mode, and I'm honestly probably going to try it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like you. I could not get behind the building.
No.
And if the Goku and Dragon Ball leaks are true for the next kind of skins that are going to be coming to Fortnite, that's going to give me the reason to download it.
Those are the only skins you'd ever need. You wouldn't need to spend money on anything else. That's another thing. Fortnite just takes all your money because they have so many cool skins, but they all cost a lot of money to buy and to use. So that's another thing. If you're getting into Fortnite, you got to worry about all the skins that came before, and how you're not going to get half of them, maybe even more. But I might give it a try again. Why not?
Yeah. I might give it a shot as well. But you know what? We got to wrap up this segment and go on to the next one, then on to the top of the hour. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? 2 Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on 2 services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve. And we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates. Residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
Yeah, baby. Keep it going. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. Thank you for joining us, and if you want to join in on any of these conversations, they're spicy conversations, you can call us at 256-576-4977, and if you want to watch us on Twitch and YouTube, find us at WZZN TV, and we're also on Facebook at The Blitz Sports Radio and on Twitter at @TheBlitz_sports, and I'm here with the two cool guys that I'm chilling with almost every single day. That is the Bandi Man, plays music. I put him on. I put Smokey on the spot. Smokey on the spot.
Oh my God, they're all falling.
Yes, sir. And Smokey is keeping us going, playing the sounds behind the glass. Doing it all. That was mine. It scares me. It scares me every time.
He's gone rogue again.
He told me to start this one off, and now he's just like pressing buttons back there.
Hey, man, you know, sometimes it's fun to mess around a little bit and have a little fun with the show.
Why not?
I mean, it's one of those things. It's a beautiful thing just to be random at times and just go, keep you on your toes, you know?
You know I'm all about that, all right? I'm all about being random. And you know what? Speaking of random, Idaho versus Oregon right now, it's 1-1 top of third, all right? And let's just say Idaho is set up right now for a, it looks like they got 2 men on. So, yeah, let's see if they can hit a homer, get 3 in, and we'll see what's going on with that. We'll keep updating you guys on that pointless information, but I know you guys will love it. And
speaking of random, too.
There you go. Tell me.
Cardinals and Yankees. I follow this Twitter account. The Twitter account happens to be Welcome to the Ump Show.
Okay.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this Twitter account?
Welcome to the Ump Show.
Oh, man.
What is this?
Welcome to the Ump Show at Ump Job on Twitter. This is probably one of my favorite accounts this year because of all the, like, Angel Hernandez would have a dedicated stream or dedicated, like, thread in this particular account. But I noticed over the weekend that there was a plethora of Ump Show in St. Louis.
In St. Louis?
Yeah, in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah, the polls were bad.
I'm looking at Captain Cool and being like, yeah, did you see that nice curveball that went right down the middle against the judge and it got called a ball?
I'm watching that right now. Ooh, stellar curveball. It did kind of, it was top, yeah, it was in the box. It was in the box.
But these umps, man, these umps this year have gotten worse in Major League Baseball. Angel Hernandez is like, anytime he trends at least every fourth day of how bad of the calls he does. I think he was the umpire, or his crew was the one up in St. Louis over the weekend.
Yeah. Jeez, I'm seeing some of these calls. A lot of them are against the Yankees. They're just like balls, and they're all inside. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Is it starting to all come together?
Yeah, real quick, though, just I want to touch on this before we hit top of the hour, and we have Otis Kirk on from Hogville.net talking Arkansas football camp right now, or coming up in about 10 minutes. Anyway, but the Live Golf members that defected from the PGA that were qualified for the FedEx Cup playoffs, which start this weekend in Memphis with the St. Jude Championship, they filed an antitrust lawsuit to try and get themselves to be able to play in the FedEx playoffs because they got the points, they earned the playoff spots. But the judge has denied.
He said no.
The Live Golf guys access to the FedEx Cup playoffs. And one person in particular who really is hanging the banner or carrying the banner for the PGA is former Alabama Crimson Tide golfer Justin Thomas. And him and Rory McIlroy are the two big ones going against all of these Live golfers right now. And with Cameron Smith now going over to Live Golf and the rumors of Cameron Smith winning the Open Championship just last month, Cameron Young, the runner-up to that Open Championship, is rumored to be heading his way to Live Golf after the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Jeez.
So I'm going to the other golf guy because you, small package, are not exactly a golf guy.
No, I'm not a golf guy. No, I'm not.
Bandy man, what are your thoughts with this?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, with the way the World Tour was structured, I mean, there is no way the LIV guys are going to be getting FedEx points because the tournaments didn't count; they weren't recognized. So it was just natural that this kid is going to come up and that they're going to be like, "Hey, we earned the points before moving over. We should still be able to play." But then again, you change tours. Like it's kind of like how Justin Thomas said, like you got your large share of your cake. And just go eat it over there and let us do our own thing.
Yep.
We don't take kindly to you.
I love the saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too. By the way, Idaho scored 2 runs, and they're up 3-1 against Oregon.
Oh, I don't hear anybody in the background going, ooh. It's kind of a weird feeling of not hearing that echo behind me right there. But anyway, hour number 1 is in the books. We are going to go with the long reliever for hour number 2 as we get Otis Kirk from Hogville.net talking hogs coming up right after this commercial break. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Guys, when we were 20, we never had to worry about spontaneity. And now that we've gotten older, spontaneity has been replaced with pills and injections. We're just trying to keep that intimacy, but it's taken away from spontaneity. At Advanced Life Clinic, we now offer GainsWave, which uses sound waves to non-invasively treat this issue with no need for pills or injections. Just give us a call, 256-888-9367, or check us out online, advancedlifeclinic.com.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding a solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
Hour number 2 is live and rocking on the Afternoon Blitz right here. Phone number to get in is 256-576-4977, but you don't need that for this particular segment right here. You could also follow us on Twitter. Smokey right here taking you up to 4 bells. You can follow me. I'm at Rose Scholar. You can follow Captain Cool at CPT Cool 420 and the Bandi Man at B Lowry 2016. Also, you can follow the Blitz at the Blitz _sports. And also follow our sister station, 97.7 The Zone, at 977 ESPN. And on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, we have a guy who does a fantastic job covering Arkansas for Hogville.net. He is one Mr. Otis Kirk, and you can follow him on Twitter at Otis Kirk 23. Otis, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. Thanks again for asking me to be on here. I truly appreciate it, man.
Oh, we much appreciate you coming on with us to talk a little bit of Hogs right now, as it's year 3 under Sam Pittman. Arkansas has overachieved the last 2 years of Sam Pittman's tenure. Year 3, it seems like the buzz is going more than normal around Fayetteville, and this is I don't know what to say on it. It's just, it kind of feels weird, but also it's like Arkansas, the only expectations after what the last 2 years have had is a 10-win season. What is the mood around Fayetteville?
It's optimistic. They're very optimistic. You know, I think the wide receiver position, you know, that was one of the, they had two question marks, really. That was wide receivers on offense, defensive line on defense. And I think with Jaden Hazelwood and Matt Landers, they feel really good about the receivers. In fact, I think that may be a better unit than last year. Now, I'm not saying someone's going to catch 66 passes and be drafted in round one of the NFL draft like Traylon Burks. What I'm saying, deeper, more options there at receiver. Defensive line's still up in the air. They're going to have their first pad practice tomorrow, so it's been kind of new. But the mood in Fayetteville is very optimistic. You know, even SEC Media Day, guys, they voted Arkansas third, and they're usually seventh in the West at SEC Media Day. So the optimism is stretching out across the SEC.
So I kind of want to ask, heading into tomorrow's practice, since, like you said, it's going to be the first day in full pads for the Razorbacks. Right. Who's someone that you're really looking forward to seeing on that first day of full out practice?
I have really enjoyed watching Matt Landers now and Jaden Hazelwood, but Jaden was here last spring. But Matt came in from Toledo, and people might say, well, that's a MAC school. Yeah, but he played 2 years at Georgia before he went to Toledo. And he's 6'5", 197, and can fly. And that's a good combination to have out there at receiver. I'm really looking forward to seeing him. I'm always keeping my eye on how much is Malik Hornsby playing quarterback, how many reps is he getting the receiver. You know, I mean, when we're told that if he doesn't beat out K.J. Jefferson, he's probably going to be a receiver this year. He's not going to beat out K.J. Jefferson. So, I mean, where are they going to put him at receiver? Sam can say that, and I understand. Coaches have to be diplomatic about it, or whatever you want to phrase that. But we all know he's not beating out K.J. Jefferson. I mean, it's just not happening. So, therefore, I'm interested to see when this move, if it takes place full-time, is it going to be most of the time? In all honesty, guys, he's too good an athlete to be standing on the sideline, so he can fly. You put Landers, Hazelwood, and some of those guys out there, I mean, you've got a pretty good receiving corps. And then also just that defensive line. I mean, not necessarily one person. When they lost Carter, the big defensive tackle, that hurt them. It's not. There's no way. There's no ands and buts and ifs there. He tore his knee up on the third play of this April 16th scrimmage, and that was a blow. But I mean, we'll have to see how that defensive line comes on. I feel good about the receiver room. I've still got questions about the defensive line. We're just going to have to see. It's all going to have to fall in place for it to be as good as they want it to be. And that could happen, but as we know, it also could not happen.
Yeah, and I'm glad you covered the whole Hazelwood and Landers thing for the wide receiver position, because I was actually going to ask you about them, but yeah. I'm going to move on because I want to talk about more transfers. I want to know, instead of on the offensive side for the transfers, I want to know who has been a real standout dude on the defensive side that's come into this Arkansas team and is going to help them lead to hopefully a good year going into the 2022 season.
Drew Sanders from Auburn. I mean, now you got Dwight McLaughlin from LSU, Landon Jackson from LSU, Jordan Dominic from Georgia Tech, Terry Hampton from Arkansas State. But the guy who is, and Latavius Brenny, I'm sorry, from Georgia, safety. But the guy who's a stud, I mean, the absolute man is Drew Sanders. He is so good. I'm telling you guys, he may not be around but 1 year at Arkansas. He played 2 at Bama, so he's eligible for the 2023 NFL draft. I'm serious. He may go. If he has the year that I think he will, he may go to the NFL after 1 year. I don't know if that's a bad problem. I mean, that's in some ways that's a good problem because you can go sell it to the free, not the free agents. I'm sorry, the portal. Well, I mean, basically it is. But you can go sell that to the kids in the portal next year. You know, look, this kid left Alabama, came to Arkansas in 1 year. He's gone to the NFL, so that's not exactly a bad selling point. You'd love to have him for 2 years, 3 if you could keep him, but if he's good enough, if he has the year that good enough to be drafted pretty high in the NFL draft and goes, then you've got a selling point there too. So yeah. So portal players, not free agents. Although we all know basically that's about what it amounts to.
Yeah, well, all these coaches right here are basically calling it free agency.
It is.
I mean,
it is. I mean, it's just a different than the NFL, but in some ways. But I mean, in a lot of ways, that's what it is. Basically, it's just it's just wild west free agency. Anything you want to call it, it all fits.
Exactly. Otis Kirk on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline with us from hogville.net. You can follow him on Twitter at OtisKirk23. And I just want to get to the schedule real quick, as Arkansas is well known year in and year out to have at least a top 10 on the most difficult schedules in the nation. And it doesn't, I mean, it just doesn't fail each and every year. And this year is it's the same exact thing that we're looking at. We're looking at non-conference wise. I mean, the SEC schedule is already going to be a grind. It's the West, and then you're picking up. You got South Carolina, which is your yearly one, and then Missouri's the yearly one. South Carolina used to be the yearly one before Missouri and A&M showed up.
You're getting them instead of Georgia. I don't care how good South Carolina is. You're happy to get them instead of Georgia. And by no means am I putting down South Carolina. They're very good, but they're not Georgia. That'd be just like if you get Arkansas instead of Alabama. No matter how good Arkansas is, you take them over Alabama.
Exactly. And so we go into the non-conference schedule. Liberty at the first week of November is an intriguing one. Going to Provo in October is extremely intriguing. But then the opener is a team that went to the college football playoff last year in the Cincinnati Bearcats. Granted, they lost a good bit, including quarterback Desmond Ritter, who was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. And this one is one's in Fayetteville, if I remember correctly, right?
All the games are in Fayetteville, except all the non-conference games are in Fayetteville, except for the the BYU. BYU. As you said, it's in Provo. So.
Yeah. So, who booked this? Who booked it?
Said, we asked Sam, man. He said, whoever's trying to fire me. Whoever's going to fire me, that big booked this schedule. And I tell you what, Missouri State would be a pushover if not for Bobby Petrino being the you know darn well he's going to have those guys fired. I mean, Oklahoma State only beat them 7 last year to start the season. And I'm telling you, man, Bobby Petrino's going to have that. It's a night game in Fayetteville. Bobby Petrino's going to have them ready to play. There's no patsies on that. There's no easy games on the schedule, period. We know the 8 SEC games are not. But those 4 non-conference games, there's not Texas like last year. But, boy, it's a lot tougher non-conference than it was last year because, I don't know. I guess you could say Cincinnati. I mean, they went to the NCAA playoffs, so you might say they're better. They were better than having Texas. So, but they lost a lot, but they're still, I noticed in the coaches poll I wrote about, they were 22 and Arkansas was 23, so there's still a lot of respect for Cincinnati out there. BYU was not in that coaches poll, guys, and they got 20 starters back of 22 from a 10-3 team. I mean, how are they not in there? I mean, that's amazing.
That's a great question too. And
having
it in Provo, and I mean, this is a stretch of 3 straight road games that sandwiched. Like BYU is the cream center of an Oreo, sandwiched by at Mississippi State going to Starkville, and then at Auburn after BYU.
Well, and you've got A&M and Alabama the 2 weeks before you play those 3 games. So at least you get a bye before you go to Auburn. That's the only positive thing. That's why I've told people you've got to have a good September. You've got to have a good November if you're Arkansas, because that October schedule is brutal. I mean, it's pure brutal. If you win, you've got Alabama. Yeah, it's at home, but you've got Alabama. It don't matter if you play them on the moon. They're the best team in the country. Then you go to Starkville, which is never easy. We know that. Then you go to Provo, which I'm enjoying. I'm looking forward to that because I've never been to Utah. But I'm looking forward to that trip. But I don't know if the football team's looking forward. And then you get a bye, and then you get Auburn. So, it's a tough schedule. But October is where it really is brutal, and you've got to do well in September. You've got to do well in November. You've just got to.
I mean, kind of sticking with that schedule a little bit, though. I mean, I'm looking at the BYU game, and like you said, it's going to be your first time out in Utah, and I mean, Utah in October, it's going to be freezing out there. I mean, is the cold actually something that's worth thinking about going into that game?
Well, probably right now, everybody here would welcome it, man. I mean, it's been 95 and 100 every day here at practice. So, I mean, they probably love cold, although it may not when they get there. It would be a shock. But, yeah, I think right now, people, let me look at it. Yeah, that is the first, no, it's not. I'm sorry. I started to say it's the first true road game, but it's not. Starkville, we all know, it's the first true road game. Because A&M's kind of in a neutral place down in Dallas at AT&T Stadium. But that will be the first road non-conference game there. So, and the only one, actually. But, yeah, it's just different. I was out at Colorado State, what was that, about 3 years ago in Chad Morris's first season, 4 years ago, I guess. And it's just different atmosphere out there. I mean, you've got everything's just different out there than it is in Fayetteville and stuff, and it's just different. And I think Arkansas is going to have to adjust that. I think they will adjust much better under Sam Pittman and the talent they've got now as opposed to then. But whatever, it's going to be an interesting game. That's a real interesting game there. You know, I mean, that's the game that it's hard to pick. I picked BYU in my predictions. I picked BYU to beat Arkansas, so. That's and I picked them to beat Cincinnati, but I did not pick them to beat BYU.
That's very interesting. Now I want to go to KJ Jefferson, the man that I'm very intrigued with, just because I remember him coming on the stage a few years back. I saw him before he started back in 2020, and he was huge. And he still is huge, and I expected big things from him, and that's exactly what we got in the 2021 season, throwing 21 touchdowns with only 4 interceptions, and doing an amazing job, almost being able to push out a win against Alabama with 326 yards passing and 3 touchdowns against that stellar defense. I want to know, what improvements have you seen this offseason and what you're looking forward to going into this new this season coming up? And do you think KJ Jefferson's gonna even maybe be a Heisman contender? Maybe is that out of the question?
Let me put it this way, and I voted for the kid at Alabama for the Heisman last year, and he won it. I imagine I'll probably vote for him again unless he gets hurt. But let me put it this way: my opinion on KJ is he's the second best quarterback in the SEC. And I know people that are putting out top 5s that don't even have him in the top 5, but I don't understand that because he came in there in 2020. The one game he started was Missouri. And he put 50 points up there on Missouri, and that was the most Arkansas scored all season. 35, I think, was the highest they got with Felipe, who did a great job. But I think 35 was the max points they got with Felipe at quarterback. The one game that KJ starts, they get around 50, and on the road. And then that last season, I mean, Arkansas does not go 9-4 without KJ. And I know we can talk Traylon Burks all we want to, and by no means am I taking anything away from Traylon. He helped make KJ what he was. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, KJ he's a better leader right now than he was last year. He's more vocal, he's been out there this summer. He's been out there involved more than I saw him the previous summer. The one before I didn't see much, but we weren't allowed over there with COVID, But last summer, I saw him out there a lot with the team and with the players when it wasn't during the summer. But this year I saw him out there nearly every day that I was there. I saw him out there, and then he's just talking to the coaches. He's took more of a leadership role. And I think a little bit of this, I think KJ's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He's not going to say anything about anybody not putting him in the top 5 or this and that. But I think what I understand, he's the point. He's going to show some people what he can do. And if he stays, and when I say Arkansas is probably going to go 9, when I think I'm going to go 9-3, that all hinges on KJ Jefferson staying healthy. Because if he doesn't, then all bets are off on whatever the record is. But KJ, to me, is what makes Arkansas tick. I thought he did it last year. And, it was nice to have Traylon out there. But he's got Jaden Hazelwood and Matt Landers and some others, and maybe Malik Hornsby out there this year. Yeah. But I think KJ is the second best quarterback in the SEC, and that's not taking anything away from the rest of the guys. But other than the Alabama quarterback, I wouldn't trade him for any of them. Yeah. I mean, Bryce is in a class of his own, really, to me. I mean, but whatever.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you though. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what KJ Jefferson can do for Arkansas this year, and going forward, honestly, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Don't forget, he got MVP at the Outback Bowl when he did not have Traylon Burks. So people that say he depended on Traylon Burks, he got MVP at the Outback Bowl. They beat Penn State by 2 touchdowns, and he did not have Traylon Burks. So, I mean, it's not fair to just say all his success hinged on Traylon Burks. That's just not fair. They were a great combination. I mean, he could throw the deep ball great as well as anybody. And, that performance you talked about against Alabama, that spoke volumes. I mean, that's an Alabama defense. It's not, you don't do that. I mean, they've been used to scoring 0 or 7 or 10. They felt like he scored 2 touchdowns against Alabama in the past, and they're out there. And this is in Tuscaloosa just going up and down the field. I think it'll be an interesting game October the 1st here, guys. I really do. I'm not saying Arkansas beat them. I picked Alabama. I don't mind telling you. I picked Alabama. But I just think it's going to be an interesting game. I really do.
So, taking a quick shift from football to actually basketball, I saw that Arkansas was actually on their foreign tour over in Spain right now, and currently they had a really decisive victory in their first game over Valencia Selección, I believe it's how you say it.
Yeah, they play again tomorrow, and I want to say 1:30 Central Time. I'm telling you, man, they've got 2 players back from last year. Yeah, I'm trying to real quick get to my story I wrote on that game. But, Eric has a way of finding these transfers, and it may not be necessarily who somebody thinks is the best. He has a way of getting players that fit his system and fit the team atmosphere, or whatever you want to call it, of the team. But, yeah, they're going to be pretty good. I mean, going by what Eric Musselman does, they're probably going to start out really good. Then they're going to hit a lull. They're going to get beat a few games. Everybody's going to start saying they want him fired. The Razorbacks are overrated to get too many transfers. And then they're going to win about 10 or 15, 20 games in a row and go to the Elite Eight or better. So that's how a basketball season here in Arkansas works. Eric Musselman could run for president for about 11 months. About the 1 month there where he has a little bit of a lull in the season, everybody thinks too many transfers, this and that, and they don't want to play for Eric and all this, and then he starts winning, and it all changes. Eric's a great coach, man. A great coach.
Otis Kirk from Hogville.net on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline with us. Follow him on Twitter at OtisKirk23. Otis, I got one final question for you, and I gotta be as we preview each and every SEC team, the last question I ask each guy that we have on who covers the team: what are your realistic expectations, and what will be the expectation for the fan base that will make this season a satisfying season?
I made my prediction, and I really feel like it's realistic. I went 9-3. Once again, that hinges on KJ staying healthy. It just does. A bunch of injuries, and that goes down. But I don't understand. I would be fooled if they go 9-3, and that, of course, obviously just a regular season, and the fans would not be very satisfied with that. I mean, the ones that wouldn't be, forget that just 2 seasons ago they were like 2-10 2 years in a row, and so I honestly 9-3, and I feel like it's very realistic. I really do, and I think the fans would be happy for that. I think anything less than 8-4. They may not be satisfied. Some I know obviously wouldn't be with 8-4, but I think 8-4 and better for the regular season. I think most fans, realistic fans, would take that, especially with the schedule. I mean, there's not an automatic win on the schedule. There's not one automatic win unless you want to count Missouri State or Liberty, and I know Bob Petrino too well. I mean, I respect the heck out of that guy. I know him way too well to take him as granted for a victory. I think Arkansas will win, but I just don't take that for victory. But I think 8-4 and better, the majority of the fans would be happy.
Otis, much appreciate the time, sir, and let the people know one last time how they can reach out to you social media or where they can read your content.
Come to Hogville, people. I mean, HOGVILLE. It's free. You don't have to. It's not $1 a week or $1 a month or discounted. Keep your credit card. Go buy yourself something to eat or something. Buy your wife, girlfriend something. It's free. Just come and read our stuff. It's free, and you got video. You got player. We've got we got football guy, basketball guy, baseball guy, and we've got a YouTube guy and a photographer. So, and we've got more than one, but it's just, we're moving on up, and it's all free, and so come and enjoy it and save your money for something else, man.
Otis, much appreciate the time, and we'll be reaching back out to you when season starts and giving us a little preview of that Arkansas-Cincinnati Week 1 matchup, because that is a spicy Week 1 matchup.
That's going to be that's going to be a good one. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. As I said,
you.
Anytime you need me, just holler. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Otis Kirk on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Solid stuff from over there in Fayetteville, guys. We got to take a quick commercial break. There's a whole truckload of Bud Light cans dumped on I-71 in Kentucky.
Sorry, guys, I got to head out.
We're going to go see what we need to do to take care of that right there, and then we'll be back. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you don't have to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding a solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fittings and tighten the strap. And in the event of a sudden rush of cabin generosity, your seat cushion can be used to grant wishes. How? By donating your airline miles to Make-A-Wish. Why? Because your frequent flyer account is stuffed as fat as your carry-on. And just like the workout clothes you packed, you're never going to use all those miles. But if you donate some to Make-A-Wish, you can give wishes wings and put sick kids right where you're sitting now. No, not in seats to Newark. Seats to fun family places, breaks from treatments and doctor visits and hospital stays, wishes to feel better, and lots of times get better too. Push your call buttons if you feel me. Alrighty then, well, once we reach cruising altitude, you can use your electronic device to make your pledge of miles or money to Make-A-Wish at GiveWishesWings.org. That's GiveWishesWings.org. And then move about the cabin with pride, knowing that you've made a huge difference in the life of a Make-A-Wish kid. Because wishes work wonders, people.
Hello and welcome back into the Afternoon Blitz. We're vibing with some music right now. Yeah. That's right. You're listening to the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. And I'm your host, Captain Cool, here with Bandi Man, Bailey Lowry to my left. And behind the glass, Smokey Mike Honcho. And guys, we got some crazy stories, but first I wanted to start off with some cool stuff, but we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns drama going on, some Frank Gore drama going on, which is a very interesting story. You know, I like interesting stories, kind of cool, kind of not, and then some monkeys going wild in Japan, you know, the regular thing that goes on in Japan, except for it's not Godzilla, but yeah, we're going to talk about some things that are pretty cool.
It's getting hot in here.
That's a spicy meatball!
So it's time to cool down with Captain Cool.
You know what cool is?
What?
You're looking at
That's right. All right, we got more Cleveland Browns drama. Should Deshaun Watson receive a harsher sentence? All right, well, I know a few people think that he should, one of them being the commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell. But is a full season suspension too harsh? Well, Goodell said, "We've seen the evidence." She was very clear about the evidence, talking about Sue Robinson, and she reinforced the evidence. Goodell said there were multiple violations that were some weird word, I don't even know, and I'm not even egregious, all right? And it was
egregious.
Egregious? Is that right? That's it? That's it?
Yes.
Oh, that's a nice word.
Yes, it is a nice word.
I
Enunciation
just want to
is
tell
key.
you, I have graduated college, so I don't care what you guys say. I've graduated college. And it was a little bit of predatory behavior. So, yeah, Deshaun Watson, predatory behavior. In Sue Robinson's recommendation of the 6-game suspension, she wanted to be fair and consistent with the ban. However, she added, quote-unquote, sexual assault, conduct that poses a genuine danger to the safety and well-being of another person, and conduct that undermines or puts at risk the integrity of the NFL. And you guys know better than anybody else that you can't mess with the integrity of the NFL, and that should just go without saying. Okay? This got real. We got to make sure the NFL's integrity stays intact. Okay? So we can't have people running around willy-nilly doing crazy stuff like Deshaun Watson allegedly is. Same with people betting on their team. Can't do that. All of it's going to ruin the integrity of the NFL. So, should there be a harsher sentence? Do you guys think it should be closer to 6 games, or it should be closer to a year or a season? What do you guys think?
I'll start. First and foremost, they better start suspending owners. You can't, no, you can't do this to the players without doing it to the owners.
Exactly. Yep.
And if the owners don't get the same type of treatment as the players do,
ruins the integrity of the players.
It ruins the NFLPA.
Yeah.
More so. And what they try and do with labor negotiations is obviously get advantages for each body. Like owners want to get the advantage for them. Players want to get the advantage for them. Goodell is supposed to be the one overseeing, and Goodell works for the owners.
Yeah.
But the NFL needs to show that there's a little bit of equality in punishment.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I say. That's what I think. And honestly, Deshaun, 8 games would be fair.
8 games?
8 games would be fair. But the judge, Sue Robinson, like we discussed this before, I completely agreed with what she did with the 6th game because she was just going off of the precedent that Goodell put on Roethlisberger and on Ezekiel Elliott.
She wanted to be fair and consistent.
Yeah, she went off precedent, and she actually stated that she wrote that the NFL had recommended Watson be suspended for the entire 2022 regular season and postseason.
She thought otherwise. But
so it might have been like this appeal just might have been inevitable.
Yeah, you're right. And,
well, that's the reason why the NFLPA was like, please, NFL, do not appeal the ruling that is about to come down.
Yeah.
They knew it was coming.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what was going to happen.
So this story's not going away. We're going to still have to be covering it for you guys, but this is just another layer to the spicy onion that we are going to be talking about, and it's just going to get deeper and deeper until we're all crying around a table, and Smokey's in the other room crying as well. But moving on to other crazy NFL news or NFL players who used to play in the NFL, we're talking about Frank Gore. Now, Frank Gore, he went from a long and successful career in the NFL, not too successful, just a little successful. I mean, he's one of the top leaders in rushing, but, it's whatever. his long career. Okay. With several teams to a life of crime. He just was like, you know what, football, not my thing. How about I just do this instead? Frank Gore was charged with simple assault after a domestic violence incident. This story has been undergoing some research since last month when the officers were dispatched to Tropicana Atlantic City Hotel. I believe there's a hotel. It's a hotel out there, and that was July 31st. Okay. The call was from a 28-year-old woman who spoke to the security about the problem, and there were no signs of injury on the woman. And 1 month later, the 39-year-old Frank Gore was charged with simple assault. Now, Frank Gore has 16,000 yards rushing, which makes him the third all-time rusher in the NFL. And hopefully he can leave his heavy hitting on the field. And we don't have to hear about anything worse than simple assault coming from Gore in the future. Now, you guys want to know what he did?
What did he do?
Well, take this with a grain of salt. TMZ reported it. Gore, every time an NFL player, especially running backs, go to hotels, why not? Maybe just attack a woman or something, I don't know. But he dragged a naked woman by her hair across the hallway. What's going on in some of these players' heads? After a long career, and you can finally chill back, watch the, Sunday. You can watch football now on Sundays. And you decide to go out to a hotel, a little bit of partying with the boys, and you decide to end up dragging a woman by her hair. Ain't no excuse for that. There's no reason. This stuff happens too much in the NFL. With the NFL players doing this year in and year out. I just don't understand it. We see it. We see it a lot. And Frank Gore just adds to the notch that is the domestic assault type stuff. But he's only charged with simple assault, so that means
only charged.
Yeah, only charged with simple assault. If you guys don't know, it means there's no sign of any fight or any bruises or any injury on the woman.
Any signs of violence.
Yeah, no signs of violence. Even though, I don't know how she didn't get rug burn. She got freaking dragged across a hotel carpet. But
why you say it like that?
Yeah, why you say
insane. It's
you
insane.
sound like your old man way too much when you do that. No, no. There is no remnants of Tom in this show.
I'm sorry.
No.
It seeps over from yesterday. He was sitting in Bandi's seat, so it's kind of still just like wafting around in here. And let me move on, guys, because
well, that's probably because you were home with him last night too. You were at his house.
Yeah, I woke up and dude.
You moving out yet?
I'm trying my hardest. Yeah, he was doing his typical hump day type thing. He was just hump day. Hump day. Just constantly. I'm just like, who's producing this guy's show?
Thank God I am not there anymore to hear that stupid camel.
Hey, he's a funny guy, though. He's a funny guy. Moving on, away from, this crazy Frank Gore stuff. First off, actually, I want to talk about Bandi. Did you expect Frank Gore to be this type of guy?
No.
I did. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. This man's been hitting helmets with other helmets for the last 15 plus years. This guy is he's bound to have some problems in his head. And you know what? Respect to his football game, but no respect anymore. He lost it instantly. You should never be doing that. But now we can finally move on. And in Alfred Hitchcock movies coming to life news, a monkey gang is terrorizing the Japanese city of Yamaguchi. Because why not?
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah, you heard about this?
I've heard about this.
Yeah, we got some interesting stuff to talk about finally. The last story that I got to talk about this type of weird, wacky stuff going around in the world was probably the soccer player running into the ref or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, officers were saying that these monkeys have been attempting to snatch babies and find their ways into schools. This is getting spooky. It is straight up horror movie going on in Yamaguchi. Nobody is safe, to be honest. All right. According to AP News, there has been 58 attacks since July 8th. Jeez, these monkeys are up to no good. Get them out of there. Just kidding. They're cute creatures, but they really shouldn't be doing what they're doing. But, you can't tell monkeys that. The scary thing is these monkeys aren't looking for food, so traps and such aren't really working.
Oh, this does sound like another great emu war of 1932.
They aren't going after any of these traps because they don't really care about the food. I don't know what their motives are, but they're going out, scratching people, snatching up purses, I guess. I don't know, trying to snatch away these babies from mothers who leave their kids just unattended to in their strollers. But these they're mostly targeting the children and the elderly. And how creepy is that?
I mean, they're just running around,
they're just harassing the locals. Smokey, would you take on a fight by one of these little monkeys?
I'd go after the
You'd go on a monkey? No, they're pretty quick though. That is the one thing. And
I mean, I'm not exactly the most nimble at 6'1", 270.
Yeah.
But I do have a little bit of agility back from my playing days.
Yeah,
my Al Bundy type playing days right there.
We're not fighting any silverback gorillas, so it's not. You don't have to go up against crazy. Yeah, no, they would throw us around. They would. There would be no. You'd have to evacuate the town.
You know who I don't really want to go against?
What?
Kangaroos.
Kangaroos would be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I saw there's a guy I follow on Instagram. He owns a few, and he's just like, "This is how you fight a kangaroo," and all that stuff. He sounds exactly like that, by the way. But yeah, there have been some images and reports about the monkeys trying to climb through windows, and the picture on AP News' page is hilarious. It's just one of these monkeys just holding their the window open, and he's just about to jump in. And the monkeys in question are the Japanese makuk. That is what they are called. And this led to one of the monkeys in question, okay? This guy was the mastermind around the situation, who has 50-plus attacks under his belt, okay? And he was executed. He was executed.
They got one?
Yeah, they got one. And they got one of the ones that was said to have attacked 50-plus people. So, yeah, they executed him as an example to the other monkeys to stop the madness. The monkey madness. What the heck? Why are they doing what they're doing? It's a monkey gang going on in Yamaguchi. They should make an anime after that. A horror anime. Because there's this one anime where there's like a shark that was half like he just walks around eating people. Well, now they can make a bunch of monkeys going after a bunch of people in Yamaguchi. Why not, But I would watch it.
What if they had a monkey combined with a typhoon like Sharknado? What would it be? Monkey-foon?
Monkey-nado?
No, not Monkey-nado, because it would be a typhoon.
Yeah. Monkey-foon.
Monkey-foon. A typhoon full of monkeys.
Taiki.
Do you imagine the horror of that?
A bunch of monkeys flying around, hitting people in the face. They're probably all getting destroyed by the impact that is the typhoon throwing them. Yeah, let's make it a thing. All right, if you're listening right now, we don't have the time to do that. So how about you?
Sci-fi, we just gave you a pitch right there.
$30 million budget, go.
Not even 30. Let's go 3 mil.
3 mil? Okay, yeah, the CGI is gonna be bad.
We can do the CGI we can make it like Sharknado one.
Yeah.
We just need like 2 mil to pay some people and get a whole bunch of extras.
Let's just get a PNG of the slap the monkey from the game, the Flash game, and let's just throw it in there.
Slap the monkey.
If you guys remember, he goes,
"Yep,
no." Yeah. You had to whip the cursor and stuff like that, and then going on Agent Hutchinson doing stuff straight out of Remember the Titans. I talked about that a little bit at the beginning. I thought it was hilarious. I'd be embarrassed to sing Billie Jean in front of my teammates, but I am not embarrassed to sing it in my shower because I love that song. It slaps. Thank you, Michael Jackson, for that gem. But yeah, he sung it with some confidence. I mean, his face was a little red. All the homeboys were looking at him just like, what's this guy doing? And then they were laughing, and everybody was singing Kumbaya, and it was all nice, happy, great ending. What are they doing at the Lions organization, though? We'll see. Hopefully he can play better on the team compared to how he sings because, he ain't no Michael Jackson. But
well, nobody's Michael Jackson.
No,
there's only one Michael Jackson. Yeah, there's only one Prince.
Yeah. I mean, you seen that clip on the when they were all on the Carol Burnett show, right? Like all the Jacksons.
Yeah, Jackson 5.
Yeah, they were all introduced them, and it's like, I'm the skinniest Jackson. Yeah, but no, they're just all singing down the line like normal, and then Michael Jackson just sounds 100 times better than all of them.
Oh, yeah. Michael Jackson was the whole reason the thing was a thing.
Like Bob Sapp said, I love Little Michael.
Yikes.
It's all right. Michael would love Little Michael as well.
Got some breaking news for you, Captain Cool.
Throw it.
Mr. Browns fan, as the Cleveland Browns have announced that they're expecting Deshaun Watson to start Friday's preseason game against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Excited. It's the only playing time he'll probably get for the next year. So, 2 thumbs up. It's going to be good to see him. I mean, he hasn't played snap in like a year already, so it's going to be nice to see it happen.
But do you mind if I throw in something not so cool?
Throw in something not so cool. We already talked about the whole Deshaun Watson thing, so go.
So, a new game's coming out called Soul Hackers 2.
Okay,
It's going to feature launch day DLC, including a full bonus story. And I think you might know where I'm going with this. Why is a story being split in DLC? Why is this becoming more common than ever? A full story? If you buy a game and you just for the story and you expect to play through and then you can't finish it or it doesn't complete because you need to pay an extra $20 for the DLC to finish the story.
Yeah.
What? This should not be a trend. This should not be the case.
No, that's going to ruin it. Is this the game where you can literally learn how to be a hacker or something?
Yeah, no, it's made by the same people who make like Persona and all that.
Yeah, it looks very similar to that. So you have to pay to finish the story?
Like the story, it's gonna have its story mode, but it is described that. I have the article pulled up.
Sorry.
A character's arc will become complete with a full side story, new dungeon, and a boss. Someone's story or a part of the story should not be locked away behind DLC.
You know what you're gonna have to do then?
I'm not buying it.
You're going to have to get the game, and then you're going to have to hack the game so you can get that DLC for free. And then you're really playing Soul Hacker 2.
Exactly.
Very cool stuff.
Oh, man. Well, Captain Cool, you got any more? Or we do need to take a break here in a minute, unless you got something else.
I think the cool stories are going to fizzle down, and I'm going to give you a little bit more time to get out your DF3 at the end of the show.
Well, then we'll pay some bills right now, and when we get back, a little DF3 action as I am looking at the PGA. It's Wednesday, so there's a whole lot of day baseball that has been happening. We will update you with scores, and I'll give you the DF3 on the other side. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
McCurry Motors is your car and van rental headquarters. You can rent the vehicle you need today. Family in town, sporting event, church function, no matter what your need, McCurry Motors has you covered with a wide selection of cars and vans available for rent. They have 12-passenger Mercedes Sprinter vans, 12-passenger Ford Transit vans, 15-passenger Ford Transit vans, and 15-passenger Chevrolet Express vans. They have 2 locations, Highway 72 in Athens or Max Luther Drive in Huntsville.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked the reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
And welcome back in to the final segment of the Afternoon Blitz on this Wednesday right here. A little jungle life for you guys right here. This song right here is a jam. I'm going to just leave this a little bit in the background right now as give you guys a little bit of a score update going on in the world of Major League Baseball, as Wednesday is generally day game for at least half the league. We've got the Mets with a 10-2 victory over the Cincinnati Reds. A straight-up Doyle Brunson right there. You two do not understand what I'm talking about.
Doyle.
If you do you know what you know what a Doyle Brunson is?
I know what the Doyle is.
No, so you don't know the Doyle Brunson.
No, I don't know the Doyle.
Play Texas Hold'em and you get a 10-2. That's the Brunson.
No idea.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
I didn't know about the Brunson, like what it was actually called. I know about Doyle Brunson there.
But the reason why the 10-2 is called the Brunson is because he won the World Series of Poker off of a 10-2.
Oh, that's cool.
Offsuit, to be exact.
Oh, dang.
That was a good call back then.
Right. San Francisco's with a 1-0 lead on the Padres, top of the third. Yanks and Mariners scoreless, top of the third. Same with the Angels and A's, top of the fifth for that one. Cubbies are up 4-2 against the Nationals, top of the eighth. And then you got in the top of the ninth, the Tampa Bay Rays with a 3-2 lead on the Milwaukee Brewers. And now it is time as we close out each and every show with a little action.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Action.
the DF3.
The DF3 is the three fantasy players that I think will cause the most trouble for their opponents. And it's been a low right now. It's not been looking too hot, but we always look to bounce back. And we're going to go with the PGA, as last week would have been fantastic if Jason Day didn't withdraw after day one.
Come on, monkeypox.
Monkeypox. Well, I'll tell you what, I am not picking no Jason Day, and I am sure as heck not picking Hideki Matsuyama. Oh, wait, he's actually out for this tournament instead of withdrawing after, goodness gracious, so much.
Yeah, I would hope you wouldn't pick him.
Anyway, so the three that I feel like going with, and with a little bit of the controversy with the Live Golf going on, and this is the first of the FedEx Cup playoff tournaments, the St. Jude's over in Memphis. I feel like the first one to go with has got to be the voice of the PGA, the one that has been the flag bearer, as we have discussed earlier in the end of the 2 o'clock hour. I'm going with one Mr. Justin Thomas for that one.
Good pick.
You don't even know, do you?
I know enough.
Oh, my goodness. But good, that is a good pick, though.
Next one, I feel, so far he's been lately doing pretty solid. He's his last two tournaments, he has finished T2. He's got a good value at 8,500 on DraftKings. One Mr. Sanjay M.
Okay.
Who I had in the DF3 last week, and he did me a solid right there with that T2 And then last but not least, another value play. This is one that I generally like playing for the most part. He's hit or miss, but with this course in Memphis, I feel that he's going to be a good one, as well as the last 3 weeks. Scottish Open, he finished T61. The Open Championship, he went T28, and then the Wyndham Championship, his last tournament, was T21. At 7,600, I go with one Mr. Corey Connors.
Okay.
Bandi Man, how do you like old Corey Connors? He's made 17 out of 22 cuts this year with 2 top 10s and an average score of under 70.
You know, honestly, for that value and that kind of stat spread, I mean, he has been playing well, and I think going into this tournament, I think for that kind of value, that's a good pick.
So, Captain Cool, you wait. What is this R.I.P. Ben that I'm seeing trending right here? We need to clear some stuff up. Oh, I don't need to put that out on Twitter. It's something not even sports related right there. No, I don't want to talk about why Millie Bobby Brown was not using social media anymore. Captain Cool, you said you had a little bit of overhang with what's cool, so lay it on the people.
Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to bring it up now or bring it up later.
Well, bring it up now.
I don't. I'm trying to figure out the name of the game. It's a new video game. Okay. And it's coming out soon, and it's pretty much all. I'll figure out the name. Maybe Bailey will even know it. It's about a bunch of wrestlers doing battle royale.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes,
There you go.
Wrestlers doing battle royale.
Rumbleverse. That is the game. I believe it's by Epic Games. Are they doing that?
Hold on, I got Rumbleverse here. Let's roll this bad boy up. I see a chicken.
Yeah, there's a chicken.
It's a chicken?
I think whenever you die, you turn into a chicken. Maybe. That might just be a totally different game.
I don't want him to die being choking, so we're not going to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's a thing, but no, yeah, it's all about wrestling mechanics. You pretty much swanton bomb people into the ground and then they die. And that's pretty much it. It's got the cartoony style like Fortnite and all those other games, but yeah, it looks pretty vibey. It's coming out soon. And is this a game you want to play? Like,
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, slightly intrigued.
I'm very intrigued. No, not very intrigued. I'm slightly intrigued right here.
Slightly.
I want to see what the playable characters on this one. I see a chicken, a basketball player, a fat Karen. It looks like.
So you can make your own person, and then you just get the you can equip stuff throughout your. I guess when you level up. Maybe you even have to buy some stuff. But yeah, it is. I think it is by Epic Games. And,
it does have the Epic Games logo.
Yep.
So, yep, that is an Epic Games setup.
Okay, so I'm currently watching the gameplay trailer, and I just saw a man in a full cat suit just powerbomb a guy in a luchador mask off of a building. And, yeah, okay, this game looks crazy.
You say Catman with a power bomb?
Yeah, no, it's just like in a full cat suit, just power bombs a guy in a luchador mask off the roof of a building, and they're gonna fall that all the way down. No, this game looks crazy.
It does look cool. I like the world around it. Actually, it reminds me a lot of Splatoon's little hobby place or place you go to.
Does that luchador look like Nacho Libre?
He did not, but I just saw a man in a chicken mask do like 20 front flips and hit a guy with a barrel. Okay, this game looks awesome.
He's the best.
Oh, Lord. We're going to be hyping this bad boy up like we did with the Turbo
Yes,
Golf.
it's the best game.
Anyway, so that music hits, which means we are done for the day. 22 hours, 22 hours, and then we'll be right back on your radio, on your streaming dial. I can't say radio dial because, we are streaming sports radio, but we're not on the terrestrial. So
not yet.
Yep, not yet. But anyway, what are you guys getting into tonight, real quick?
JoJo. We're finishing part 6 tonight, dude. There's only 12 episodes out, so we're gonna ride through it super quick. We already got 1 in the bag. We got 11 to go. Let's do this.
All right. Well, you guys out there in streaming land, have yourselves a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve.
Oh, did I mention tuition for SMU is a cool $60,000 a year, not including books? If they